welcome. Welcome, everyone. It's so wonderful to see you all here during the live stream. And it's so wonderful to have those of you who have stumbled across It's Practical Magic here and this particular collective energy read in any given time, any given space. This session here today, as all of my lives are timeless readings, which means they have found you when they are meant to find you. You're also more than welcome to come back and revisit the messages whenever you feel pulled or called to do so. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Lisa, and I am an intuitive reader of runes, tarot, and oracle cards. I'm so happy to be here with you all today, and I'm so happy to be working with the energies of our ancestors. Being the intuitive reader that I am, I felt extremely pulled to include oracle messages and tools that are connected to our ancestors to help us just ease into comfort, ease into relaxation, as we allow our minds, as we allow our spirits to just drift and wander and to be free in this present moment. So, beautiful soul, I encourage you to ease into comfort as always when we begin any of our sessions, to wrap that cozy blanket up around you, grab your favorite plushie, have a nice cup of tea to sip on. Surround yourself by all the things and anything that just makes you feel safe and nurtured and cared for and loved. Before we begin with the collective pick a card, I want to work with the chapaka here to just help you ease into that relaxation and to remove any negative energies or just any energies that do not belong to you. Quite often we can have other people's influences and just, things that they're going through in their own lives just latch onto us. And that does not belong in this space or in this time. This is a moment that is solely dedicated to you, beautiful soul. So I'm just going to begin by combing through your aura and releasing anything, again, that does not belong. Allow yourself to breathe naturally. And while doing so, allow your jaw to just relax. Allow your shoulders to drop and remove any tension that no longer serves you. Whether you are just starting your day or ending it, this is your time. This is your gateway to healing. These are your messages. Wonderful. And now encouraging you to take a very big, deep breath in through the nose. Hold it for 3, 2, 1, and release. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Big breath in through the nose. 3, 2, 1, and hold that breath for 3, 2, 1. and release. I'm going to be working with my witch's runes here today, as well as some messages from tarot and these three energies of an affirmation, inspiration, and reflection. We're going to begin our session here today with a collective pick a card. You're more than welcome to pick more than one card. You're more than welcome to pick all of the cards. And if you're not feeling drawn to any of those, that is completely natural and fine as well, because I will be then pulling messages for all of the signs a little bit later in the read. There is also going to be a point whenever I feel intuitively drawn to do so to give you an immediate answer to a pending question that you have right now. And that can be in regards to love, your career, finances, spirituality, family, you name it. This is, of course, a general reading, so please do take what resonates and leave what does not. So, to make sure that you are claiming your message and claiming your read, please let me know in the chat or in the comments below what you are feeling most drawn towards. Is it pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3? Let's begin with the affirmation. So you have the witch's rune of this wonderful energy, the ring energy. And this is a rune that's representing life cycles. It's also a rune that is very much so in connection with the universe. So this is telling me right away that even though you might be going through some change in your life, and not necessarily a struggling change, but just a change in general, that the universe really does have your back. I mean, the universe always has our back, of course, but especially so right now, pile number 1. All right, so we have that, which is rune, and let's see what we have for your tarot message. We're beginning with the Page of Wands here. So I feel for a lot of you, it's really interesting to have that connection with that rune, because the Page of Wands is an energy of travel. It's an energy of self-discovery, and it's also encouraging you to chase after an adventure. Now is not the time for you, pile number 1, to put those plans on hold. I feel like your spirit team is really nudging you, kind of like, even though you might be kind of kicking and screaming and saying, but I'm not ready, or but I don't have the resources. And your team is saying, you do indeed. You do, so much so that the universe is providing for you in every way possible. Okay. So it's definitely encouraging you to take a risk. This is a risk taker card with this major arcana energy. The wands are associated to energy and motivation. So really pull in, feel that energy around you. I know that you do, and know that you are worthy. You are just so worthy of accepting the assistance that's provided to you from the universe, beautiful soul. The Page of Wands is also telling me that there's a lot of passion surrounding you. So a lot of passion in the sense of, yeah, love, lover energy. So if you've been looking for love, you are definitely very high in demand. You have like this very charismatic sense about you. Not to say that you don't generally have this energy around you, but it is extremely present and it is extremely potent to anyone who just, catches your eye, or you catch their eye, or if you're kind of like, I don't know, but you are a hot, hot, hot commodity. A hot, hot, hot commodity right now, pile number 1. Embrace this. Again, it's not time for you to sit on the fence when it comes to love, when it comes to taking that journey with the travel. You're being really encouraged to kind of get out of your comfort zone, honestly. This is also a card and like an energy of news, of messages. So again, we began your read with the witch's rune, of course, and we really had that clear communication that I channeled intuitively for you here. That the universe is supporting you. Your spirit team is really very present in your life, and so I feel like you're being encouraged to be open to receiving. These messages or any type of news. So don't be also surprised if you are experiencing a lot of deja vu moments, or if you are having a lot of very vivid dreams where you're kind of like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought of that person in years. And here they are, poof, showing up in my dream. There is a reason. They're very important messages that are appearing in your life right now. Also, kind of going back to creative energy. If you've been putting a creative project on hold, or something has been delaying that process, you're being encouraged to pick up that paintbrush again, to pick up that knitting or sewing, to pick up that cooking, that programming, whatever it is that you have put down because just again, you felt, oh, it won't amount to much, or it just isn't the right time. It's time to embrace this, and it is the right time indeed. It is the right time indeed. So let's take a look and see what we have for your affirmation message here, pile number one. You have the number five here, and it is saying, you have been criticizing yourself for years. Well, look at that. And it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Definitely that message, but also try opening up to your team and try opening up to love and your creativity. Like so much here. Recite this affirmation 5 times this morning. Let's do this together, honestly. Pile number one, I'm here with you. Your team is with you. Let's recite this together, starting with the first one. I am perfect just the way I am. 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 To have that message of reciting that 5 times and the number five on this card, I feel like, again, pay attention to those deja vu moments, the angel numbers, anything in association with five. There's a lot of importance in that here for you. All right, let's take a look for those of you who picked pile number two. Pile number two, what do we have for your witch's rune? Oh boy, it's the moon. So we have the moon here, and this is very much so a message of, connecting with your introspection, just with introspection in general, and also returning to your definition of spirituality. If you are wanting or hoping to manifest something in your life, like now, you need to really kind of again reconnect and tap back into, oh my goodness, anything is possible. Okay. So I really feel that's why we are having this witch's rune appear for our pile number two. So let's see what we have with the tarot message here. And of course, you have some inspiration with your card. Okay, well, there we have the Hierophant with the moon, and we have the number five on this card again. So, have we seen what has happened as a collective here? Recite this phrase 5 times, the number five on this card, and we have the number five. So, we are now dealing in a collective energy of triple fives. All right. So, the Hierophant, what is coming through here for our lovely, lovely collective here? Mhm. All right. So I feel right now you're being encouraged to return to kind of like a school like mindset. It's time to return to getting curious about things, seeking knowledge, reaching out to others who might be knowledgeable in something that maybe you aren't super familiar with. Alongside with this, I feel like this could be a minister, this could be a scholar, a therapist, a teacher. It could even just be, your fur baby. So someone there's definitely like a pull and connection to there's someone trying to teach you something. Are you showing up? Are you being open to experiencing the lessons that are being taught to you right now? And if you are not, what the heck are you waiting for? What the heck are you waiting for, pile number two? So this is also very much so an energy of, conformity. So perhaps like you felt like if you are showing up in that sense, or if you are approaching these individuals, you might feel like it's just, I don't know, I feel like you need to push your pride aside a little bit, and to take a risk. And also I feel like, you have really built up a lot of walls, you have really built a lot of structure around your business, around your relationship, around, your schooling, what have you. And this is now encouraging you to, not completely let those walls down. And you've worked your tush off to get these walls built, but to just allow yourself to sneak a peek through the cracks. Okay, that alone would be a learning experience for you. Let's take a look and see what you have for your inspiration card, pile number two. Okay, so we have the number 32 here. And it is saying low self-esteem is like driving through life with your handbrake on. So is that perhaps also why you have built like those walls around you, to protect your ideas, to protect your emotions, to protect your whatever you have, those walls? Again, you worked very hard to build them up, and for good reason. For good reason. I definitely feel that, we don't place or build walls around our heart or ourselves, unless we have gone through a great deal of suffering and pain and just uncomfortable experiences. But again, it's time to, like, again, what you're comfortable with. You don't need to knock all those walls down right now, but your spirit team is definitely encouraging you to at least just, open the little crack in between those walls, or maybe build a little door that you can access whenever you feel comfortable and like. But it's definitely time to move ahead with this a little bit. So you also have the message in saying, compose a letter to your future self. Who do you think you'll be 10 years from now? Is there anyone who has picked pile number three before we head into the reflection? Let's take a look and begin with the witch's rune. All right. So this is actually the witch's room, which is an association with the woman. It is telling me that there is a lot of nurturing, there is a lot of compassion, there is a lot of healing that is surrounding you right now. Hmm. Now, it's a little bit different compared to these two piles, where you're being encouraged to take some form of action and not to sit on the fence with things for much longer. I feel the opposite energy is being channeled intuitively here for you, and you're being encouraged to just slow down, to take your time a little bit, and to not rush some sort of process that's happening. I feel like you need the time to process this. So with that being said, let's now take a look at the tarot message. You have the Two of Swords. Okay. Um well, this makes a lot of sense to receive this card with that particular rune, because when the Two of Swords appear, often it means we have a difficult choice or difficult decision to make in our lives. It could be that we are, you know, feeling as though we need to let go of someone, or we need to just kind of like walk away from a situation. That is really, what our mind is telling us to do, but the heart is not. The heart is still kind of like, I want answers. I want to know why this has happened. I want to know why this has happened to me. And so I feel right now your mind and your heart are not speaking the same language. And this is making it quite difficult for you. So I feel like in this, when this read again is finding you, with it being timeless, I feel like right now, in this present moment, there is going to be a breakthrough of sorts. And either it is going to be a truce or it's going to be a stalemate. This is not an easy choice or decision for you to make. It's extremely difficult. But the indecision and having to deal with this indecision has just been too taxing on your poor heart and on your poor mind. So yeah, that's very interesting. This is not a time for compromise. This is about really doing what serves you best, and there's nothing wrong in that. I feel you need to hear that. It's not being greedy. It's not being like just like a me energy. It's really, you're at a make or break point right now with this person, with this situation, and your poor heart just can't take anymore, and your poor mind has been working overtime when it comes to this situation. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we have with the reflection message, of course, with this. And you have the number 46. It is saying, to experience peace does not mean that your life is always blissful. It means that you are capable of tapping into a blissful state of mind amidst the normal chaos of a hectic life. It's very interesting to me to see how this is all aligning. Before I go live, before I record this session for us all in the collective, I literally use my intuition and I speak to my higher self to say what is needed for the collective today. And this is what we have, of course, the aspirations, the mantras, and such. And we have the tarot and the witch's runes. And I give everything a good shake and I just place everything here. And I'm just amazed and in awe at how everything is lining up here. It's quite remarkable. What were some ways you experienced peace during the chaos today? And again, let's bring back some appreciation towards yourself. Be proud that even though there has been such a push and pull with that mind and heart space, your emotions have just been suffering tremendously, leaving you suffering tremendously. But, still you are even here. Still you are like searching for clarity and answers. Be proud of your accomplishments. Be proud of showing up for yourself. So let's then get this kind of just tucked away here. I would love to know in the comments below how this resonates with you, and again, what piles you felt most drawn towards before we reveal the messages, and perhaps even how that shifted throughout my intuitive channeling. Perhaps you started off with saying, "Oh, I'm feeling very drawn to pile number 2," and then as things kind of went on, you're like, "Nope, not feeling that at all," and feeling, pile 1 and pile 3. But yeah, I always love to hear how it resonates, so feel free to leave those messages behind. I'm actually being told right now to give you the message of that immediate question that might be pending in your mind right now. I'm not going to feed into too much of what this is all about because you will know immediately what it is all about. So if you have that question, here is your answer: romantic connection. There is a romantic connection happening right now. All right, so now we're going to be shifting into the next part of our session. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all so much for being here with me today. We are going to be pulling messages from your ancestors for all of the signs. So this is going to be air signs, earth signs, fire signs, and water signs. We're going to begin with the air signs, and we're going to begin with Gemini. This is a direct message from your ancestors. I will not be channeling the meaning of this message. Again, take what resonates and leave what does not. It can also very much so be in connection to the pick-a-pile, since I was told by my highest self and by your angels, ancestors, and guides to include this deck with the reads today. All right, so for Gemini, this is your message from your ancestors. You have the Water Guardian. Connect with your emotions. Let's see what we have for Libra. What message do we have for Libra, please? She-wolf, unleash the wild within. Unleash the wild within. For Aquarius, Oracle, wait for important information. Wait for important information, Aquarius. Now shifting to our earth signs, we are going to begin with Taurus. Taurus, this is a message from your ancestors today. Cross watchers are always welcome, by the way, and this can also apply to your moon, your rising, your Mars, your Venus, even. The Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Unlock the magic within, Taurus. What message do we have for Virgo, please? Virgo, this message is for you from your ancestors. They really want to speak to you, Virgo. And you have the Fire Guardian. Ignite your passions. Ignite your passions, Virgo. Next up, we have the earth sign, of course, Capricorn. Capricorn, here is a message for you from your ancestors. Lady, enjoy growth and reap rewards. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Up next, we have fire signs. So this is, of course, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Beginning with Aries. Shed old skin with the snake is the message from your ancestors for Aries. Next up, we have a message for Leo. Also a fire sign, of course. What do we have for Leo, please? Lord, take charge with authority. Take charge with authority. Shifting now to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is your message from your ancestors today. Again, this is a timeless reading, so when the message finds you, it is as it should be. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. Surround yourself with protective energy. Something did come through intuitively for you here, and I feel like you're being encouraged to grab a hold of that crystal that you love so dearly, or anything that resembles a crystal. Could even be that rock or a rune. Yeah, pay attention to that and make sure you're having, or perhaps you need to give that energy a cleanse. Next up, we are going to be shifting to our water signs, beginning with Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer, please? Cancer, this is your message from your ancestors. And it is, oh my goodness, this is a very jumpy, energetic card. The Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. Trust your talents in changing times. And next we have Scorpio. What message do we have for our lovely Scorpios, please? Summer. Bask in joy and light. Bask in joy and light. I also feel, honestly, Scorpio, being encouraged, similar to pile number 3, to take your time with things. There's no rush for you right now, lovelies. And what do we have for Pisces, please? Message for Pisces. Top of the deck. Beautiful. We have the warrior energy here, and it is saying to you, be fearless and stand strong. Be fearless and stand strong. All right, so that is the messages that I felt needed to be shared with you on an intuitive level here today, lovely souls. I would like to just kind of close our session before I head over to Twitch and offer the free reads over there. If you would like to have your very own personal free reading, all the links are provided you in the description below, and I will be over there momentarily. But just again, before we wrap things up here today, I would like to just bring in some soothing and calming and just gentle energy to help you process the messages that have been delivered, the messages that have been absorbed and received, and just to leave you feeling as best as you possibly can be. And so with that, I'm going to be working with the rain stick. Thank you, beautiful soul, for joining me here today. I will see you again soon.